Keep those eyes on the prize and your way. Keep those eyes on the prize. Keep those eyes on the prize. Keep those eyes on the prize.
Hey there! How you doing, ladies and gents, girls and boys? So this is a lesson because I had so much material that I did for demos. I've now got a whole bunch of stuff on my looper pedal, and some of the grooves there are I think quite useful as a little bit of a learning curve. So I'm going to take that groove that you just heard at the beginning there on that beautiful bossa bass. I came up with that track for the bossa bass demo, and I think it's quite an appropriate groove for a lesson because it's not too difficult. It's kind of intermediate, relatively sort of standard sort of funk groove, shall we say, and you know, it's got lots of pumping eighth notes and stuff. It's really not too difficult, so let's dig into that one first. And by the way, I'm on this Kubicki Blaster bass, which I've just freshly repaired. It's not listing yet, but it will be relatively soon, I think, or it might even be listing actually by the time these lessons are up. Anyway, I digress. So yes, let's get into the meat of that groove, because yes, just uses a rhythmic pattern that repeats, which is very simple in terms of rhythm. It's just 2 16th notes, an eighth note, 2 eighth notes, and a half note. So and it's just a 2-chord trick on the A section there, just between D minor and G7. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into that. But first, before we do that, let's warm up with a D minor Dorian scale, and I'd like you to play it in the same position that I do here. And we're going to take it down all the way to the open E string as well. But we'll start on our root note to start with, and we'll go up the scale and down the scale from this root note. So we're going to start with our pinky on the 5th fret of the A string for D, and then we move to the D string and go on the 2nd fret for E, the 1st finger, 2nd fret on the 3rd fret for F, that's the minor 3rd. Then we're going to go to the 4th, which is G, on the 5th fret of the D string. Then we're going to shift a string to the G string. We're going to go to the 2nd fret, which is A, voiced with the 1st finger. And now here we're going to do a raise 6, which makes this a Dorian scale, by the way. It's a raise 6. So that's a B natural on the 4th fret with your 3rd finger, and then a C, half a step up on the 5th fret with your pinky, and slide that up to the octave. So that looks like this. And then let's reverse that. Okay, just reverse it. That gives you the notes that are in the bass line. However, we want to learn to play this scale also down in the lower parts of the octaves below. So we want to go down from the root note D. So let's do that. We're going to go D against the same starting point, 5th fret, with your pinky on the A string. Then we're going to go to C. Now I play C with my first finger. This is because I'm a double bass player. You can also do it with your second finger if you like, but because I play upright bass, I'm used to this claw pattern. So I'm going to do that. I suggest you do the same. I think it's better for technique, but it's up to you. So D to C on the 3rd fret with your first finger or your second finger, and then down a half step to B with your first finger, and then down to A on the E string with your pinky, to G on the 3rd fret with your first finger or second finger if you prefer, slide down to F with your first finger on the 1st fret, and then open E. So to recap really slowly. Okay. And then let's reverse that. And then let's continue it up the scale like we did in the beginning. And then go back down all the way down to the open E. And then just land on the D again, just to end it. So that's our warm-up. That's going to take us all the way with all the notes that we need for that A section groove. So let's dig into that. So there it is on the loop. Now this loop is also going to be on the Patreon site, so along with the tabs. So it's a little bit faster than I was playing it just earlier. This is the B section, which we'll get into in a separate lesson, I think. Yeah.
Slow that. Away.
Yeah, so you can leave space here. Okay, so that is the groove. It's very, very simple, and it's going from the F. It's exactly the same fingering that you use to play the scales. So you're going to go from the F on the D string, F, F, E, D on the A string, C, D. So that's the first phrase. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So it's very, very simple. It's 2 16th notes, an 8th note, followed by 2 8th notes, and then a half note to make a bar of 4. Right. The phrase then repeats, going from G this time. So G, 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 A, C, B, G, 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 A, C, B. Okay. So that's simple, isn't it? And that's over the G7 chord. So the notes are very obvious. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the whole bass line all together. So let's just talk a little bit about our technique when we're playing this. So just pay attention when you're playing that part of the phrase. What I'm using here, my fingering is 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2 on my right hand. That's my suggested fingering. I use this rake technique. So when I've played a note with my second finger on the right hand, I'm talking about here, like that E for example, my finger is already at the next string, so already at the A string, ready to play the D. We slow that right down. So that is how I'm playing that with the right hand. And you'll notice my hand position might be different to yours. You might play with more of an open hand position. I play like that sometimes. But this is a fatter tone. That's a lighter tone. And plus, I do this just to keep the adjacent string from ringing, so it's cleaner. That's why I do that. So that's something to watch out for. Okay, let's slow the whole bass line right the way down, and just observe the right hand plucking. So I'm going to go really slow. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can see that's my preferred technique. There are so many different techniques that you could use. You could also practice double thumbing if you wanted to. You could practice just there are many techniques, but let's for just sticking with the orthodox fingerstyle. I thought that might be best. Yeah, I might go into more in depth with techniques. Like that's a really good one. That's just using your thumb and index finger. Which is great for if you want to play palm mute and get this really nice kind of short and warm round sound. It can work as well, but we'll get into that another time. So I think you've got enough there for the A section, which I've got tabbed out, and you've got the backing track as well up on the website. Now I'm splitting this into two lessons, so A section and then the B section. So the A section is just that D minor to G7. Right, so I'm just tapping the chords at the top there just so you can hear what they sound like in context. So that's it for this lesson, and just pointers I'd like you to consider whenever you are practicing is posture. For those of you who are not for those of you who are not intermediate players yet, you're more beginning or kind of on the you're on the rise to intermediate. Things that you really need to check are your hand positions. I should have said this right at the beginning of the lesson, but on the back of the neck, for example, you should have your thumb should be in the middle, and you should have your fulcrum at your wrist. You're not really going to be using your elbow a lot. You shouldn't be tucking your elbow in like this. Your elbow should be out and comfortable. Not tense, but relaxed and comfortable, okay? So that's very, very important. And your thumb should be in the middle of where you're playing. So in this bass line, it's here. It's sort of like just behind the 3rd fret. Just behind the 3rd fret for maximum comfort. And that allows me to have enough I can reach all those notes without really having to move my thumb. So it gives me a good amount of reach with minimum kind of how should we say it's ergonomically it's very efficient. It's the most efficient way, I think, of playing. So that's it, guys. I'll stop rambling and we'll get on to part B real soon. Alright, I'll see you for that in the next one. Don't forget, you can get the backing track and the tablature notation and everything on Patreon. Okay, yeah, you can donate as little as $1 a month and you can have access to everything that's on there. I must admit I add lessons very, very sporadically, so I apologize for that, but I do add when I can, and I'll be adding a few this coming week because I'm actually going to be away on holiday and I'm going to have a little bit of time to sort the tablature out and everything. In fact, I'm probably going to spend a lot of time on the flight to my destination and back doing just that, doing the tabs. Alright guys, see you again for the next one. Cheers.